Hafa welcome to everyone to the Guam Congress Building. Today we are here for a resolution presentation to the Guam Philharmonic Foundation, Incorporated. This is resolution number 338-37, sponsored by myself, Therese Terlaje, and all of the senators. And this is, and we are very fortunate today to be joined by the board of directors of the Guam Philharmonic Foundation, Incorporated, and some of the staff and some of the participants as well. So, this resolution, again, reads, be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Imina 37 na Legislature in Guahan. Whereas in March 2005, the Tumon Bay Band Festival was founded by Mr. Maximo Ronquillo Jr., who was the 8th musical director of the Guam Territorial Band, the official band of Guam. This is Mr. Max right here. With the assistance of local and stateside music professors, a 3-day band festival was held, which featured adjudicated performances by Guam's public, private, and military school bands. And the following year, the festival grew to a 5-day event. In 2007, the event was aptly renamed the Tumon Bay Music Festival. It's trademarked. Due to the inclusion of a choral festival, a handbell and choir festival, and performances by rock and jazz ensembles, which took place over a 9-day period. And Mr. Randolph Stenson from St. Mary's School in Tokyo, Japan, was invited to serve on the first choral and handbell choir adjudication faculty. And in the same year, the festival's sweepstakes trophy was introduced. In 2008, the Tumon Bay Music Festival was elevated to a regional event where 2 school band programs from Saipan participated. And in addition, Mr. Atsushi Ozawa conducted the first festival select band. And the festival also included a piano performance by Sydney-based Mr. Evgeny Ukhanov, who is originally from Ukraine, which also featured Mr. Stenson's arrangement of Tumon Bay, a piece written by the late Captain Peter Siguenza, Sr., USMC retired. And in 2022, the Guam Territorial Band turned over the festival to the Guam Philharmonic Foundation, where Managing Director Joanne Mantanani and founder Maximo Ronquillo Jr. resumed its operations. And now the Tumon Bay Music Festival is a production of the Guam Philharmonic Foundation. The Tumon Bay Music Festival has consistently provided a platform for local and international artists to showcase their talents in an effort to foster friendships throughout the world. The Tumon Bay Music Festival has promoted tourism and economic growth on Guam by attracting visitors from around the world to experience the beauty and vibrancy of our island through music. And the Tumon Bay Music Festival has fostered collaboration and cooperation among musicians, organizers, sponsors, and community members, contributing to a spirit of unity and harmony on Guam. And the organizers of the Tumon Bay Music Festival are to be commended for their dedication, hard work, and vision in creating and sustaining this remarkable event that serves as a model for other cultural events and festivals on Guam and around the world, inspiring creativity, collaboration, and cross-cultural exchange. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Imina 37 na Legislature in Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Legislature in Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize the Guam Philharmonic Foundation, Incorporated, for its commitment to organizing the Tumon Bay Music Festival, and does commend them for its showcase of the region's musical talents and its contributions to the island's cultural heritage, artistic, and economic vitality. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Maximo Ronquillo Jr., President of the Guam Philharmonic Foundation, Inc., and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero Imagahagan Guahan. So with that, I'd like to extend our Sijuas Maasi and thank you to all of you for your service to Guam in this regard. And I'm going to ask the President to say a few words and to introduce the team that is with us here today.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I can't believe it's been 19 years since we've put together this music festival. And I have to say, the young man at the far corner here, Dr. Randall Johnson, just recently retired from the University of Guam, was my professor for music. And he was in the first faculty for the band festival in 2005. And he's been a consistent supporter of this festival over the last 19 years. I also want to recognize Ms. Jane Kennedy, who's been a great supporter of mine in the background. Thank you, Ms. Jane, for all your kind words and support. And also Mr. Nelson Shu, who without him, we wouldn't have the Guam Philharmonic Foundation. So thank you, Nelson. I want to introduce my partners in crime here, who help keep us fiscally and administratively correct. So I want to introduce Ms. Alice Tamayo, our director, one of our board of director members, our board treasurer and bean counter extraordinaire, Ms. Margarita Dancel, and our board chairperson, Mr. Mervyn Tamayo. On my left is the heart and soul of GPF. We have our director of operations, Mr. Joseph Nwako, and we have our administrative manager, Ms. Azelet Lopez, and our chief of staff. This young man is the future leader of Guam. This is Mr. J.V. Elomina. Without these three and the rest of their team, GPF can't operate. So they really deserve a lot for keeping us together. And I want to introduce this young lady here, who first I encountered in the late 90s as a student at GW High School, and eventually she's followed me in many endeavors, including being a leader in the Guam Territorial Band. And now she decided to have enough courage to try to run this festival wholeheartedly. And this is Ms. Joanne Matanane, this year's managing director for the festival. Madam Speaker, thank you very much for this resolution. This resolution we're accepting on behalf of the thousands of participants of this music festival. And I can't believe 19 years ago, it almost didn't happen. It was just out of a whim, out of a trust in what I saw. Prior to this festival existing in Guam, we were having to fundraise to send 35-piece band to Hawaii, almost $100,000 for 35 people to get this similar experience that thousands of Guamanians and our guests get to experience here in Guam. Very similar to what happened when FESPAC came to Guam. But imagine that every year since we've done it 19 years ago. So it's that same FESPAC feel we felt in 2016. It's been happening every year in Tumon, our bread and butter for this island over the last 19 years. And so on behalf of all of us, we want to thank all the supporters, the government supporters, our federal partners, GDOE, the Dodea schools, the private schools, as well as all the businesses that have believed in what this does for our island, because it does great things in many different ways. I'm getting emotional. And we pray for its continued success and existence, especially in these tough times of economic hardship for everybody, and invite the entire people of Guam to experience this music festival. Go to tbmfguam.org. We have 10 days of music. Most of the events are free and open to the public. You just need to plan out your week and come and enjoy all the music that's going to be presented, not only by our locals, but also the visiting artists that are coming from all over the world to be part of this festival. Thank you, Madam Speaker, on behalf of all of us. Oh, if I could turn over the mic for a few minutes to our Managing Director, Ms. Joanne Matanane.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Max. It is my honor to sit here as the Managing Director, leading a great team. A lot of them are not here today because they're students in our public school system, in our private schools. And they were once participants, and some are participating while managing the festival. We like to say it's our festival. It's not just mine or Max's or this body here. It's everyone's festival. And it's such a great part of Music in Our Schools Month, which also coincides with Mes Samoru, which is March. And we look forward to it every year. It really is an honor to work on this festival every year. It means so much to me and my students. And I'm emotional too. I'm so sorry. So I myself was a participant, and later working through the festival, I see how it's changed our students for the better, and it really brings together a community. So I'm really grateful to be here with everybody. Thank you so much.
I'd like to recognize my colleague, Senator Chris Barnett, also chairperson of education. Yeah. This really is a jewel for Guam, that we have you, each of you individually in your own individual capacities, but together, what you have created really is something that we've all been touched by, and so many now decades of students, 2 decades. So you've really impacted many, many of them. I think that's a dream probably for very early teachers like you. But congratulations to all of you. Senator Barnett, would you like to say a few words?
First of all, I'm sorry I'm late, but definitely all of your work is so worthy of this recognition, and I really am humbled to be in your presence. I've seen many performances from many of you guys, and I'm just really glad to be here and sharing this recognition that's so well deserved by you and all of your partners.
Thank you again to all of you, and thanks to all of the students who participated over all of those years, and the teachers who've allowed it, principals, everybody who it took in our entire community to coordinate that, to make it happen. I know that's even parents who have to drive, and you know, it's a huge feat. So very much congratulations to all of you, and thank you from all of us on Guam. That will end our program today.